Boys and girls, nice to see you. Got a great story for today. It's called Isla. And in the pictures, we can look and see that there's a lot going on here. When Abuela, my grandma, tells me stories, we can fly anywhere. Today, she's telling me about the Isla, the island where she grew up. We are flying there together. We travel a long, long way to where it is always warm. Mira! Abuela calls. Mi Esmeralda! I look, I see her island sparkling like a green jewel in the sea. Air tropical, says Abuela, taking a deep breath. The hot, damp air smells salty. Salty from the ocean. Wow. We fly over forests, fields, and tiny towns to visit Tito Fernando, Tita Isabel, my cousin Elena. Even though we're up high, they see us and wave. Tito Fernando is my uncle, my mama's brother. Abuela is her mother. She raised them on La Isla. La familia. Benvenitas! Tito Fernando welcomes us. He and my mama grew up in this house with Abuela and Abuelo, my grandfather. Abuelo died before I was born. Now Tito Fernando lives here with his family. I think he looks like my mama, except he has a beard. El Osito, Abuela calls him. The little bear. Yeah, it does look like a little bear. Abuela shows me all around. In the front room, she and Abuelo used to run a little store. On the wall next to a picture of the store is a painting of Tito Fernando with a giant fish. Que pescado, Abuela says, telling me what a fish it was. Tito Fernando found it in a shallow stream. He brought it home to keep it for a pet. Abuela said the fish would be happier in the river. Tito Fernando was sad to see it go, so Abuela painted the picture for him. Los niños, Abuela says, showing me a picture of some children. It's my mama and Tito Fernando playing in the fountain. Abuela and Abuelo built the fountain with stones from the rainforest. It is still in the yard. It is magnifica, Abuela says. The fountain does seem magical. The water splashing over stones sounds like birds singing. Now Abuela wants to show me more of La Isla. Elena says she'll meet us later at the beach. Que disfruten, she calls. She wants us to have fun. Vamos a la Severa, says Abuela. We're going to the rainforest, where the fountain stones came from. We fly there with parrots flapping beside us. The treetops are a bright garden. I tell Abuela, y un sombrilla, Abuela says. They are an umbrella too. It's beautiful. Down below it is dark and cool. Como la noche, like night, Abuela tells me. But she can scoop up a tree frog or a lizard running on a leaf. Forest's eyes are wide open. My eyes are open too. Hay mucho más que ver, Abuela says, taking off. There is much more for us to see. Much more? So much we've seen so far. Look how beautiful this is. We fly to the busy old city, zooming between colored buildings and over blue brick streets. Above the square, Abuela and I spin and dip for the people below. Boricuas grandes jugundando, Abuela says and laughs. We are like big birds playing. Look at this page. Wow. We zoom down to the harbor where the big ships are. De todo el mundo, Abuela tells me. They come from all over the world. Mira! She points to a large building. It was made by Spanish people who sailed to the island hundreds of years ago. Abuela and Abuelo used to come to the city to buy things for their store. Has cambiado, Abuela sighs. The city has changed. Now there are tall buildings and parking lots and supermarkets. Vamos a la viejo mercado, she says. She wants to go to an old market. And we do go, soaring above highways. This is quite a trip. I just love how there's just so much going on in each one of these pictures. I can see Tito Fernando. To an old market in the countryside, people call out what they are selling. Plátanos, mangos, papayas, cocos, pinodoches, Abuela calls. When she was little, her family grew sweet pineapples to bring to the market. The market is hot and crowded. Soon we are ready to cool off. Vamos a nadar, Abuela says. She used to swim here when we were my age. Then she takes my hand and we dive in. All kinds of fish flash around us. Round fish, thin fish, fish with stripes, and fish with spots. Abuela leaps and dives too. Nuestro circo, she says. We have our own circus. Mi paz velodar, she tells me. I'm her flying fish. Tia Isabel, Tito Fernando, and cousin Elena join us. Tito Fernando is wearing his snorkeling goggles. Abuela jokes that he looks like a forest frog. We float on our backs and the water meets the sky. We can float anywhere. Wow. Beautiful. Reminds me almost like the lazy river, if you've been in that. When we get home, we're hungry from our swimming. Vámonos, Abuela calls. We fly up into the treetop to pick ripe mangoes. Our hands get sticky from the syrupy juice. Abuela picks the ripest ones for Elena and me. We'll help make a salad with mangoes and other island fruits. I tell Elena about what I've seen on her island. So much to see there. After our meal, we sit out in the garden. Birds, insects, even frogs are chirping. Nos cantan, Abuela says. They are singing to us. The plants around us smell sweet and strong. It feels like the garden is our room. With las estrellas, the stars are our ceiling. Y las porra de partir, Abuela announces. It's time to go. The stars will light our way. We fly through the night, back towards home, when we see New York City. It's close to us in Middletown. The lights look like thousands of stars. As magnifica, I say to Abuela. Sí, she agrees. As magnifica. New York City is a beautiful city. See a little teddy bear. After so much flying, we need to sleep. Abuela asks me what I'm thinking about. La Isla, I tell her. Nuestra Isla, she tells me. I do feel like it is our island. We can visit anytime. Pronto, Abuela says. Soon. That was a fun story. Isla. I hope you enjoyed it too, boys and girls. See you soon.